So let's go ahead and introduce the teams. Got a couple minutes until we will be getting underway here. First off, in lane 2, we are going to have CIAD on Hill 1, Frank Fan. Hill 2, Stuart Wilkins. Hill 3, Alan Chu. Hill 4, Andrew Sun. And Hill 5, Oshida Ganaskara. The driver, Emily Wong. The buggy, Emperor. And then in Hill 1, we're going to have CIAB. They're pushing Tempest. On Hill 1 is Dylan Tom. Hill 2, Julian Trulier. Hill 3, Luis Hernandez. Hill 4, Joseph Pickens. And Hill 5, Brandon Jin.
We have 1 minute here to Heat 4.
Driver is Katie Yip. They
so glad you do that, not me.
They gave me like pronunciation instructions this year, but CIAs are full of jokes, so it's difficult because I thought it was helpful and then it wasn't. Joe Pickens like chickens, but at least they filled it out, so I appreciate that.
They're working you over, man. I love it.
They really are. It's like the whatever you put it on the teleprompter and I just read it.
So I love this new buggy they came out with. They got the big wheels in the back. We haven't seen large wheels in a long time, and CIA is going back and throwing it back with this brand new build they made.
Emperor right there.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, set.
And here we go, the CIA battle. The D team out there in the suit.
He's looking good, man. Doesn't make it any faster. Oof.
Frank Fan, yeah, coming out like a man on fire.
Guy's handsome.
And Dylan Tom. The B team there.
And he's got the suit buttoned, too. I think that's really impressive.
The 18-second, a little bit slower than Spirit B, but right in there with the B teams.
Julian Trulier sending that up. That was a nice Hill 2 shove.
Yeah, the up and over was kind of slow, though. It was only 29.5, where we saw a couple of 28s and a lower 29. So CIAB is looking to make up on here.
And CIA really, one of these teams gone through a bit of a renaissance the past couple years, just looking really impressive, getting a lot better depth. And, you can see it in some of their pushers this year, looking really pretty good.
They also had a recent buggy named Renaissance. It kind of started the trend.
So about a 56 at the stop sign there, so right about where SIG-F was, or Apex B, sorry.
CIA B taking the upper transition flag, heading down, still cannot see the D team. Shoot flag, turned a little early, but smooth. Nice, little tail wiggle, little tail wag, it's in the costume.
That was a very tight line for CIA. They don't usually go in that far, I don't think.
They were taking them pretty tight when we were watching down there, too. Tighter than I would go.
D team smoothly through as well.
And that was also a tight line, so that might just be their strategy here with the shoot now.
That's what it looked like to me. I think it's just what they're going to try to do to keep themselves safe as they go through that turn and not get into the rougher stuff.
There we go on Hill 4. Joseph Pickens like chickens. Shove it right there. And they get, what I'm most impressed about is how their pushers have kind of evolved, and they're getting some really, really impressive athletes out there.
Well, that 156 is one of the faster times, so they made up some decent speed on the back hills there. And yeah, I agree. Just to have a D team at all is really challenging. To have a men's D and a women's D shows how they're investing in pushers, and they have the field of buggies to support that.
Brandon Jin here coming in, flying on this back end right here. Let's see if they can finish sub 220. It's going to be a 217.99.
Nice time.
That should be a second day time here.
It should be. As we were talking about them, we're waiting for CIAD to come through. Last year was right around the 219. That was a cutoff for the top 10. So my guess would be about under a 220 would get people to day 2.
Let's see. Here comes the D team.
And the D team, they're rolling their new buggy, which is Emperor.
Yep.
They, like you said, they have these big wheels, and obviously the innovation in the past few years has really been in the wheel technology, and one of the interesting things will be to see where they go with this. I think they're rolling on some older wheels now, but as they now have the opportunity to kind of innovate in that area with a larger wheel size, whereas most people are on the smaller, 3-inch or 2-inch Zuder type wheels.